March 11, 2026. The time is 4:15 UTC, and inside the Jet Propulsion Laboratory in Pasadena, the atmosphere is calm. A junior analyst, fatigued but focused, reaches for a coffee mug. His gaze shifts to the telemetry stream from the Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, a routine check that should show nothing out of the ordinary. But what he sees next is not what he expects. On the screen, instead of a steady orbital arc, the data shows an impossible deviation. Mars, a planet weighing an astounding 6.4 sextillion kilograms, has just been moved. The analyst stares in disbelief. The telemetry confirms the impossible. A precise gravitational displacement has shifted Mars 3,000 miles closer to Earth's orbital path, and it's all happening in mere minutes. Imagine the power required to shift an entire planet without causing a collision. This is something that doesn't fit into any textbook on orbital mechanics. The room goes eerily silent as the data gets mirrored in the Deep Space Network at Goldstone. What they're witnessing is something unprecedented, and the implications are enormous. In that moment, they realize that humanity is no longer alone in the manipulation of our solar system. This event is not a natural occurrence. It's the result of a force far beyond anything we've known. Through the lens of quantum mechanics, it becomes clear that this is the work of a Type 3 civilization, a civilization that can manipulate the very fabric of space-time itself. The object responsible, 3 Atlas, which was once thought to be a dormant, frozen relic from the Oort cloud, has now revealed its true purpose. It didn't just fly past Mars, it interacted with it. Using a focused beam of gravitational energy, 3 Atlas pushed Mars, shifting its position in a way that defies the fundamental laws of physics. Normally, gravity is a field that radiates in all directions, weakening with distance. But the data from the European Space Agency shows something entirely different. This object, 3 Atlas, didn't just pull Mars, it manipulated space-time itself. By steepening the curvature of space-time directly in front of Mars, it caused the planet to fall forward into a new accelerated orbit. This is a level of control over the universe that we can hardly fathom, a symphony of strings orchestrated by an intelligence that can bend the very fabric of space. As Mars lurches into its new orbit, the Perseverance rover on the Martian surface begins to detect seismic vibrations. But these aren't normal geological quakes, they are rhythmic mathematical pulses vibrating at 1.42 gigahertz, the frequency of the universal hydrogen line. A rock doesn't emit this frequency with millisecond precision. This is proof that 3 Atlas is tapping into zero-point energy, extracting the fluctuations of the vacuum of space itself to power its extraordinary maneuvers. While all of this unfolds, the James Webb Space Telescope picks up an ionization trail of argon and xenon plasma surrounding the object. This is the unmistakable signature of a warp bubble, a localized region where the laws of inertia are suspended. In this space, the geometry of the universe itself becomes a tool rather than a constraint. But the most chilling discovery comes not from the movement of the planet, but from the transmission that follows. Exactly 42 minutes after the event, the SCI Institute intercepts a high-bandwidth message, one that sends a shiver down the spine of every scientist in the room. The message? It's a return of our own 1974 Arecibo message, but it's been edited. The human figure from the original message, which once hovered over Earth, is now positioned above Mars, and the double helix of our DNA has been altered. Now it is a triple helix. Think about that for a moment. A Type 3 civilization capable of altering the fundamental structure of DNA itself. This message isn't just a signal, it's a sign, a message, and perhaps a warning. The energy required to alter space-time in such a way is equal to the output of our sun for an entire second. But there was no explosion, no burst of heat, just a silent, calculated shift in the celestial clockwork. NASA's Planetary Defense Office is thrust into a state of emergency as they finalize the trajectory calculations. This is no longer just a passing object. 3 Atlas isn't leaving the solar system. It used Mars as a gravitational brake, a calculated orbital convergence that slowed its velocity. The new calculations show that 3 Atlas's new perihelion is now within 40,000 kilometers of Earth, inside the orbit of our own satellites. This is a cosmic event that humanity has never faced before. Imagine what it would take to move an entire planet to reshape the orbits of celestial bodies with such precision. The magnitude of this maneuver is unfathomable. Mars has been nudged into a position at the very edge of the habitable zone, and now 3 Atlas is turning its attention toward us. In the corridors of power, silence reigns. The realization dawns. The countdown has begun. The binary pulses, once steady, are now speeding up, shortening in interval as the object approaches its orbital insertion. The rhythm of the universe, once distant and hard to understand, is now becoming part of us. It's as though the very forces that govern the cosmos are synchronizing with our heartbeat, our pulse. We are no longer just passive observers of the universe. We are being drawn into something greater, something far beyond our understanding. 3 Atlas is not simply observing us, it's reshaping the very fabric of reality around us. We are on the precipice of a monumental shift, one that will take us from a Type 0 species to a Type 1 species, and we are being dragged there by an invisible hand. As the object closes in, the binary countdown reaches its final phase, and the object's velocity slows. The mind of God, once a concept reserved for philosophy, is now being revealed to us through the shifting orbits of our neighbors. The universe itself is shifting, its very structure being rearranged by an intelligence that understands the music of the spheres. The cosmic dance has begun, and we are part of it. But the most unsettling thing of all is the realization that this is not a mere cosmic event. This is a deliberate act by a civilization that has mastered the very laws of the universe. The power to shift planets, to alter orbits, to modify the human genome itself, these are not the actions of a race simply observing. They are the actions of an architect, someone who has come to remodel the house while we are still inside. As the silence deepens, the implications of what is unfolding before us begin to sink in. On March 11th, the global scientific community's understanding of natural laws was shattered. Every telescope on Earth is now fixed on the point where Mars was supposed to be, where it was once stable. The gravitational pull on our moon has altered slightly, causing tidal shifts, measurable, though subtle. These are the beginnings of a planetary-scale butterfly effect. The force required to pull a world out of its billion-year-old orbit is incomprehensible. Data simulations show that the shove was not a gentle nudge. It was the execution of a concentrated gravity wave burst, something that was once thought only possible near the extreme environments of black holes. But the most astounding detail is that 3 Atlas, the object responsible for this unimaginable event, is only the size of a small mountain. How could something so small have such an impact? Scientists are now theorizing that 3 Atlas is not made of ordinary atoms, but rather it could be comprised of collapsed dark matter or possibly a miniature singularity held together within a containment field. The Galileo Project, an advanced initiative dedicated to studying anomalous objects, has just released a report that brings even more chilling news. 3 Atlas is not manned, it is a self-replicating von Neumann probe, a probe that has been waiting in the dark for a specific trigger, and now it seems the time has come. The movement of Mars suggests a clearing of the path, almost as if the object has begun its preparations for something far more significant. The triple helix seen in the message is not just a modification of our genetic structure. It may indicate that they are watching not just our physics, but our biology as well. Is 3E Atlas here to guide us toward Mars, or is it moving Mars closer to us so that it can better observe our every move? The signal is clear. They have been watching us closely, monitoring not just our advancements in technology, but the evolution of our very biology. As of the evening of March 11th, the Doppler shift indicates that 3E Atlas is accelerating again. It is no longer just falling, it is aiming. The music of the spheres, which once seemed like a distant echo, is now pounding in our ears. The rhythm of the universe has synchronized with the human heartbeat. We stand at the edge of an irreversible transition, one that will take us from being a Type 0 species to something entirely different. We are not alone anymore. Whether we are ready for it or not, the invisible hand of a superior intelligence is guiding us, and it is impossible to ignore. As the countdown in the binary stream races to its conclusion, we know that our place in the universe is changing forever. We are no longer looking at the stars as distant points of light. We are now a part of something much bigger, something far more profound. The moment the final seconds tick by on March 11th, the world changes forever. The once silent and distant cosmos now feels alive, as if it has awakened. The energy surrounding 3 Atlas has reached unprecedented levels, and the warp bubble, which had been expanding around the object, now envelops the entire Earth-Moon system. The planet feels different. The air, the sky, even the very vibrations in the atmosphere seem to have shifted. It's as though the fabric of space itself has been reshaped, creating an invisible shield around us. This isn't just a cosmic event, it's the beginning of an entirely new chapter in human history. The ionization trail behind 3 Atlas has spread across the night sky, shimmering like a celestial wing, drawing the attention of everyone on Earth. People are looking up, mesmerized by the spectacle that is unfolding above them, and in that moment, a collective realization dawns. We are no longer the masters of our own world. We are standing at the threshold of a new reality, one that we can hardly understand. The final transmission from the SETI Institute has been decoded, and it is not a set of instructions, as many had hoped. It's not a message to our governments or a warning of impending doom. No, this transmission is for us, for humanity. The frequency of the signal, a deep, resonant hum, is not a mere sound. It is a tuning fork for the human soul, a vibration that aligns our consciousness with the heartbeat of the universe itself. And as the final notes of the signal reverberate across the earth, something begins to change inside us. Biologists at CERN, analyzing the triple helix modification in the message, have discovered a dormant sequence in the human genome. This sequence is reactivating, triggered by the presence of 3 Atlas and its gravitational influence. All across the globe, people are reporting a strange, synchronized hum in their ears, a 40 Hz frequency that matches the brain's gamma waves. This isn't a radio signal, it's a direct neural interface, an interface achieved through the modulation of gravitational waves. The human brain is responding to this signal in ways that we don't yet fully understand. As the monolith ring that 3 Atlas deployed into Martian orbit ignites into a pillar of pure light, visible even from Earth, it acts as a bridge between our two worlds. This is not just a message, it is a pathway, a cosmic highway that links Earth and Mars. And as this light shines brightly across the sky, we are witnessing the birth of a new cosmic relationship, one that will forever change our understanding of life, the universe, and everything in it. The Galileo project confirms that the atmospheric composition of Mars is shifting at an impossible rate. 3 Atlas is siphoning oxygen and nitrogen directly through hyperspace corridors, initiating a terraforming process on Mars. In mere hours, it is achieving what nature would take billions of years to accomplish. Mars is no longer a barren, dead world. It is being transformed into a new Eden, a sanctuary, a home. The energy being channeled through the Martian-Earth tether is so immense that it has the capacity to power every city on Earth for 10,000 years without a single gram of carbon emission. This is the gift of a Type 3 civilization, a civilization that has come to show us the way forward, providing the tools and knowledge that will allow us to leave behind the scarcity-driven economics of the past. As the energy continues to surge through the Martian-Earth tether, the shift in our world becomes undeniable. The very nature of time, space, and reality is being rewritten in front of our eyes. The final stages of the transition are unfolding, and we can no longer look at the stars in the same way. They are no longer distant, unreachable pinpricks of light. Instead, they are destinations, waiting for us to reach them. As the final minutes of March 11th tick away, the atmosphere shifts, and the collective consciousness of humanity is caught in the tide of this monumental event. The stars themselves, once fixed in their eternal positions, have begun to rearrange. What were once random constellations now form new, purposeful patterns. These new constellations aren't just for decoration, they are coordinates, precise locations, guiding humanity toward the next stage of our evolution. This isn't just an event happening in space. It is an event happening inside us, deep within our consciousness. The final transmission from the SETI Institute confirms that the frequency has reached its peak, and what we are witnessing now is the synchronization of our minds with the cosmic pulse of the universe. The triple helix modification, once seen as a symbol of biological evolution, has now taken on a deeper significance. It's no longer just a blueprint for our genetic future, it is a key to unlocking new dimensions of consciousness. As the monolith ring in Mars's orbit continues to glow with intensity, its light casts a shadow on Earth, linking the two worlds in ways we never thought possible. The once barren Martian surface is now a beacon of energy, a catalyst for the transformation that is unfolding. The energy required to shift Mars's atmospheric composition and initiate the terraforming process is beyond comprehension, yet it's happening at an accelerated rate, faster than we could ever have imagined. Through the lens of quantum mechanics, this process is more than just a scientific marvel. It is a cosmic intervention, a realignment of the forces that govern the universe. Mars is no longer just a planet in our solar system. It is now a key player in a larger cosmic plan, a plan that includes us. Humanity is no longer a species struggling to survive on a dying planet. We are now part of something much greater, something far beyond our understanding. And as we stand at the edge of this new reality, we are left to ask, what comes next? The answer lies in the stars, in the energy flowing between Earth and Mars, and in the changes happening within us. We are being prepared for something monumental, something that will redefine what it means to be human. The journey we once thought of as a simple quest for survival is now a journey of infinite exploration. The symphony of strings is no longer just a sound in the cosmos. It is a part of us, resonating within our very beings. The final phase of the transformation has arrived. As March 11th fades into history, the world is no longer the same. We are no longer merely inhabitants of a single planet. We are now part of a dual planet system, a cosmic pair connected by forces that were once the stuff of science fiction. Earth and Mars, once distant neighbors, are now bound together in a stable gravitational tether. And as we look up at the night sky, we realize that the view we once had of the stars is no longer accurate. The universe has changed, and so have we. The ionization trail that 3 Atlas left behind has spread across the sky, creating a shimmering iridescent veil that now surrounds both Earth and Mars. This is not just a celestial display, it is a shield, a protective barrier that encircles both planets, created by the very forces that once seemed beyond our reach. This shield is not a defense against external threats. It is a womb, a place where new life can grow, a place where a new form of existence is being nurtured. As this new reality takes hold, the global consciousness begins to shift. People across the planet report a profound sense of peace, a feeling that transcends time and space. The conflicts, the noise, and the fears of the past have all faded away, replaced by a sense of unity and understanding that spans the entire globe. This is not just a physical transformation, it is a mental and emotional evolution, one that will shape the future of humanity for generations to come. With the final transmission from the SETI Institute, humanity is not just receiving instructions. We are being called to evolve, to grow, to step into a new phase of existence. The symphony of strings has played its final notes, and the music is now within us. We are no longer observers of the universe, we are participants in its creation, and the possibilities are limitless. As the first light of dawn breaks over the Earth-Moon system, the final remnants of the ionization trail fade, leaving behind a world forever changed. We have crossed the threshold. Humanity has finally arrived at the edge of the great cosmic ocean, ready to sail into the unknown. And as we set sail, we realize that we were never truly alone. The universe was always waiting for us to grow up, and now that we have, it is opening its doors wide, welcoming us to the next stage of our journey. The destination is no longer a distant dream. It is within our grasp, and with each passing day, we move closer to understanding the true nature of the universe and our place within it. The energy that powers every city on Earth for 10,000 years, the harmonization of human consciousness with the cosmos, and the ability to explore new dimensions, these are just the beginning. The real journey, the true adventure, starts now. And as we take the first steps into this new light, we know that the universe has become our home. With these final parts, we bring the narrative to a powerful conclusion, leaving the audience with a sense of awe, anticipation, and a deep desire to explore the mysteries of the universe further. Now, as we step into this new cosmic era, we must ask, what will humanity become next? Let the journey begin. If you enjoyed this incredible exploration into the unknown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another mind-expanding journey. Share this video with others, and join us as we step into the future together. What do you think of this cosmic transformation? Leave a comment below. We want to hear your thoughts.